Open and hook and subscribe call. Before we dive into one of the most fascinating untold stories in AI history, I want to share something important with you. If you're passionate about cutting-edge AI discoveries and want to be part of a community that's witnessing the future unfold, hit that subscribe button right now. This channel is brand new, and we're building something revolutionary together, a place where we uncover the most incredible AI breakthroughs that mainstream media often overlooks. Today's story about GLM models is exactly why this channel exists. While everyone talks about ChatGPT, there's an entire AI revolution happening that could change everything, and you're about to be one of the first to truly understand it. Chapter 1: The Genesis of Intelligence. In the bustling halls of Tsinghua University, where China's brightest minds converge, a revolutionary idea was taking shape. The year was 2022, and while the world was mesmerized by Western AI giants, a quiet revolution was brewing in Beijing. The GLM project, General Language Model, wasn't just another attempt to compete with GPT, it was a fundamental reimagining of what artificial intelligence could become. The story begins with a simple yet profound question. What if we could create an AI that doesn't just understand English and Chinese, but truly thinks in both languages? This wasn't about translation. It was about creating a digital mind that could seamlessly navigate between Eastern and Western thought patterns, cultural contexts, and linguistic nuances. The founding team at GPU AI, led by visionary researchers from Tsinghua University, embarked on a journey that would span 4 generations of models, each more sophisticated than the last. They called their approach General Language Model, but what they were really building was something far more ambitious, a bridge between civilizations encoded in neural networks. Chapter 2: The Training Odyssey. 10 trillion tokens of wisdom. 8 minutes. Imagine, if you will, feeding a digital brain with 10 trillion pieces of human knowledge. That's exactly what the GLM-4 training process entailed. A mind-boggling scale that puts into perspective the sheer ambition of this project. To understand the magnitude, if each token were a single word and you read 1 word per second without stopping, it would take you over 300,000 years to process what GLM-4 learned. But here's where the story becomes truly fascinating. Unlike its Western counterparts that primarily feast on English text, GLM-4 was nurtured on a carefully curated diet of multilingual knowledge. The majority came from Chinese and English sources, but sprinkled throughout were gems from 24 different languages: Japanese poetry, German philosophy, Korean technical documents, and Spanish literature. This wasn't just about creating a polyglot AI. It was about building a model that could understand the world through multiple cultural lenses simultaneously. The training process itself was a marvel of engineering. Picture massive data centers humming with the collective computational power equivalent to hundreds of thousands of high-end gaming computers, all working in perfect harmony. For months, these machines processed text, learning patterns, relationships, and the subtle art of human communication. But the real breakthrough came with their innovative approach they playfully dubbed SLIME. Yes, you heard that right, SLIME. This wasn't a technical acronym, but literally what the development team called their reinforcement learning methodology. Instead of simply feeding the model static question-answer pairs, they created dynamic scenarios where the AI had to actively search for information, synthesize knowledge from multiple sources, and reason through complex problems. They would deliberately hide information, forcing the model to develop genuine problem-solving capabilities rather than relying on memorized responses. This SLIME training represented a philosophical shift in AI development. Where traditional models might regurgitate pre-learned information, GLM-4 was learning to think, to question, to explore. The researchers would present it with incomplete puzzles, requiring the AI to browse the web, use Python interpreters, and combine multiple tools to arrive at solutions. It was learning not just what to think, but how to think. Chapter 3: The Architectural Marvel, More Than Meets the Eye. If GLM-4's training was impressive, its architecture was nothing short of revolutionary. The latest iteration, GLM 4.5, employs what's known as a mixture of experts, MOE, architecture, but with a twist that showcases the ingenious thinking of its creators. Traditional MoE models suffer from what researchers call expert bloat. They pump in numerous specialized subnetworks, but often create confusion as the model struggles to choose between them. The GLM team took a radically different approach. Instead of going wide with many experts, they went deep with fewer, more specialized ones. Think of it as the difference between a committee of hundreds making a decision versus a carefully selected council of most knowledgeable individuals. GLM 4.5 boasts 355 billion total parameters. A truly massive brain by any standard. But here's the clever part. Only 32 billion parameters are active during any single inference. This means the model has the knowledge capacity of a giant while maintaining the speed and efficiency of a much smaller system. It's like having access to the entire library of Alexandria but only needing to consult the specific volumes relevant to your current question. But perhaps the most intriguing architectural innovation is GLM 4.5's dual-mode system. The model can operate in two distinct states, thinking mode and non-thinking mode. In thinking mode, the AI engages in complex, multi-step reasoning processes, almost like watching a human expert work through a difficult problem step by step. In non-thinking mode, it provides intuitive responses based on its trained knowledge. This dual nature allows the model to be both contemplative philosopher and quick-witted conversationalist, depending on what the situation demands. The context window capability is equally impressive. GLM-4 can process up to 128,000 tokens in a single conversation, equivalent to roughly 300 pages of text. But the real showstopper is GLM-49B Chat 1M, which can handle 1 million tokens. To put this in perspective, that's like being able to hold an entire novel in active memory while discussing any part of it with perfect recall. Mid-story engagement hook. If you're finding this as mind-blowing as I am, you're exactly the kind of person this channel is for. We're building a community of AI enthusiasts who want to go beyond the headlines and really understand what's happening in this field. Subscribe now, because we're just getting started, and the next video will reveal another AI breakthrough that barely anyone is talking about yet. Chapter 4, The All Tools Revolution, when AI becomes truly autonomous. The true magic of GLM-4 lies not just in its language capabilities, but in its unprecedented ability to use tools autonomously. GLM-4 All Tools represents a quantum leap in AI agency, the ability to not just respond to queries, but to actively solve problems using whatever digital tools are necessary. Picture this scenario. A user asks, "Search for global population data from 2000 to 2023. Then calculate the average annual growth rate and create a visualization." For most AI models, this would require significant human intervention to break down the task, find the data, perform calculations, and create charts. GLM-4 All Tools approaches this like a human expert would. First, it analyzes the request and recognizes that multiple tools will be needed. It autonomously opens a web browser, searches for reliable population statistics, evaluates the credibility of sources, and extracts the relevant data. Then, without any prompting, it switches to its Python interpreter, writes code to calculate growth rates, performs statistical analysis, and generates professional quality visualizations. All of this happens seamlessly, with the AI explaining its process and reasoning at each step. The web browsing capability is particularly sophisticated. Unlike simple web scrapers, GLM-4 can navigate websites like a human would, understanding page layouts, following links, dealing with dynamic content, and even handling basic authentication. It can read and interpret charts, graphs, and images embedded in web pages, making it capable of truly comprehensive research. The Python interpreter integration is equally impressive. GLM-4 doesn't just execute pre-written code. It can write, debug, and optimize Python programs in real time. It understands libraries, can install packages as needed, handles errors gracefully, and even creates sophisticated data visualizations. Researchers have watched in amazement as the model built complete games, created web applications, and solved complex mathematical proofs entirely autonomously. But perhaps most intriguingly, GLM-4 can also generate images through its integrated text-to-image capabilities. This means it can create custom visualizations, diagrams, and illustrations to support its explanations. Imagine asking about quantum physics and having the AI not only explain the concepts but also generate custom diagrams to illustrate wave-particle duality or quantum entanglement. The function calling capability allows GLM-4 to integrate with custom APIs and user-defined tools. This means organizations can extend the model's capabilities with their own specialized functions, creating truly customized AI assistants that understand both general knowledge and domain-specific tools. Chapter 5. Breaking Barriers. Performance that shocked the world. When the performance benchmarks for GLM-4 were first published, they sent shockwaves through the AI research community. This wasn't just another competent model. GLM-4 was matching and in some cases surpassing GPT-4, the reigning champion of language models. On the prestigious MMLU, Massive Multitask Language Understanding benchmark, GLM-4 achieved scores that put it in direct competition with OpenAI's flagship model. But the real surprise came in specialized tasks. In mathematical reasoning, GLM-4 demonstrated exceptional capability, solving complex word problems and mathematical proofs with a remarkable accuracy. The Human Eval coding benchmark revealed another strength: GLM-4's ability to write, understand, and debug code at a level approaching human programmers. But unlike models that excel in only one programming language, GLM-4 showed proficiency across multiple languages and paradigms, from Python and JavaScript to more specialized languages like R and SQL. Perhaps most impressively, in long context tasks, GLM-4 matched the performance of GPT-4 Turbo and Claude 3, maintaining coherence and accuracy even when processing documents equivalent to entire books. This capability opened up possibilities for applications that were previously impossible: legal document analysis, academic research assistance, and comprehensive content creation. The IFL benchmark, which measures instruction following capability, showed GLM-4 nearly matching GPT-4 Turbo's ability to understand and execute complex, multi-step instructions. This is crucial for real-world applications where users need AI that can handle nuanced, context-dependent requests. But the most telling benchmark was real-world performance. In practical applications, GLM-4 all tools didn't just match GPT-4's tool use capabilities, it often exceeded them, particularly in tasks requiring autonomous web browsing and mathematical computation using Python. Chapter 6. The Open Source Philosophy. Democratizing AI Excellence. 4 minutes. In an era where the most powerful AI models are closely guarded corporate secrets, GLM-4's open source philosophy represents a radical departure from industry norms. The decision to release GLM 4.5 under Apache and MIT licenses wasn't just about technical sharing, it was a philosophical statement about the democratization of artificial intelligence. This openness allows companies and researchers to not just use the model but to truly understand it, modify it, and adapt it for their specific needs. Unlike proprietary models that function as black boxes, GLM-4 can be examined, fine-tuned, and even fundamentally altered. This transparency has accelerated research and innovation in ways that closed models simply cannot. The implications are profound. Small companies can now access AI capabilities that were previously available only to tech giants. Researchers can study the model's architecture and training techniques, leading to new innovations. Developers can create specialized versions optimized for specific industries or use cases. Moreover, the open source nature means that GLM-4 can be run entirely locally, addressing privacy concerns that plague cloud-based AI services. Organizations handling sensitive data can now deploy state-of-the-art AI without ever sending their information to external servers. Chapter 7. Real-World Magic. Applications that seemed impossible. 5 minutes. The true test of any AI model isn't in benchmarks but in real-world applications, and GLM-4 has delivered applications that seemed like science fiction just years ago. In healthcare, GLM-4 has been used to analyze complex medical cases, combining patient histories, lab results, and medical imaging to assist in diagnosis. Its multimodal capabilities allow it to process both textual medical records and visual data like X-rays or MRI scans, providing comprehensive analysis that supports medical professionals. Educational applications have been equally impressive. GLM-4 can serve as a personalized tutor, adapting its teaching style to individual students, creating custom exercises, and providing detailed explanations that accommodate different learning preferences. Its multilingual capabilities make it particularly valuable for international education, seamlessly switching between languages as needed. In research and academia, GLM-4's ability to process vast amounts of text has revolutionized literature reviews and research synthesis. It can analyze hundreds of academic papers, extract key findings, identify contradictions, and suggest new research directions. The 1 million token context window means it can maintain awareness of entire research corpora while working. Financial services have found GLM-4 invaluable for document analysis, regulatory compliance, and risk assessment. The model can process complex financial documents, identify potential compliance issues, and generate detailed reports that would take human analysts days to complete. Creative industries have embraced GLM-4's multimodal capabilities for content creation, combining text generation, image creation, and code development to produce comprehensive creative projects. From generating marketing campaigns to creating interactive web experiences, the model's versatility has proven invaluable. Powerful closing and final subscribe push. As we conclude this incredible journey through the GLM revolution, I want you to think about something. You now know more about GLM-4 than 99% of people discussing AI online. You understand the slime training method, the architectural brilliance of mixture of experts, and the game-changing all-tools capability. But here's the thing. This is just the beginning. GLM 4.5 is already showing capabilities that seemed impossible months ago, and there are dozens of other AI breakthroughs happening right now that deserve this same deep dive treatment. This is why I started this channel. While everyone else is making surface-level content about the same few AI tools, we're going to uncover the real stories, the technical marvels, and the innovations that are truly shaping our future. If you want to be part of this journey, if you want to be among the first to understand the AI systems that will define the next decade, then subscribe right now. We're starting small, but that's exactly what makes this exciting. You're getting in on the ground floor of something that's going to become essential viewing for anyone serious about understanding AI. Hit subscribe, ring that notification bell, and let's build this community together. Because the future of AI is far more interesting than most people realize, and you deserve to understand it at the deepest level. The GLM revolution is just one story. There are dozens more waiting to be told, and I can't wait to share them with you. Welcome to the future of AI education. Welcome to the revolution.